This is Greg with Gamers of Coffee. Just kind of an impromptu little. Well, I don't work today, so I got a few minutes, and I thought that we could just hang out if you guys want and chit chat. Just going to run through just miniatures in general, whatever miniatures you want to talk about. For right now, you can see a little bit what's on my desk. I'll hold it up closer to the camera. All the things I finished in the last week, plus some 3D printing on Castle pieces that you guys have seen some of them, but just got done primering them a little bit ago. So I'll bring those out too, and we'll see what we can do there. Give me just a minute here. All right, just want to make sure it's going everywhere we need it to there, because sometimes it likes to jump on us, technology-wise, but looking good so far. And it's not going to the group. Why is it not going to the group? That I'm going to have to figure out, because I don't know why. I don't know why it's not doing that. But it really should. So, if you guys got any questions or anything like that, let me know. I'm going to monitor as best I can here on the YouTube channels. Well, hello, Miller's Miniatures. How are you? Just trying to get set up. For some reason, it's not broadcasting to our group. We have a pretty good group. But I just kind of wanted to go over and see if you guys wanted to hang out and talk, but I was going to show you. So, working on the Flames of War set that I have. I'm kind of proud. These pieces came out really pretty good. Little infantry guys. Now, I intentionally have left it without any basing for right now. I pretty much painted them on the sprue. I even tried to get the rifle slings painted and their faces. So, just so we can sit and game, because tanks, I mean, the box set came with a bunch of tanks. So, like, these are the Stoogs. I just did a little bit with tracks, and I figured this is just going to look a little bit different, but at least it's playable on the table. The one I like the most is this AA gun. I really like how that came out. I think I'm just going to leave it alone. I put the shells in the picture that had them leaning up against the box there. I decided to paint them up like shells and lean them against the stand, the leg there. But they come out looking fairly sharp, I think. So at least now it's playable, And that was the main goal, was to get them playable, because the box kit came with quite a bit. So I've got 3 of these teams. Oops, sorry. You can see all the guys here. And then the rocket team. So we got the rockets. We got the shell he's trying to hold there to put it in. The only thing I don't like is, I mean, I can fill it, but it's just they didn't give me enough plugs. So this is what, basically, I mean, it's going to look like on the tabletop for right now. I think they're going to look just fine. I tried to do some detail, like, the shell casings on him there. So, tried to get them. They look pretty clean, so I'm happy with them. And I got them all set down there with some good old Zap-A-Gap. I did end up with, where'd it go? Oh, I did end up with, look at this, an entire sprue that goes to nothing. So I think they gave me an extra sprue, I guess. I have 0 bases left and anything like that. But the tanks are all done, like I showed you, kind of grayed up. And they're ready to go. It's got 3 Stoogs and 5 of the Panzer IVs and 2 Tigers that go along with all this, plus the half tracks. So I got some of those. Oh yeah, okay, Miller. Sorry about that. It took me a second there to look at your comments. So yeah, you're right. I can use them for small scale skirmishes too. Let me show you this. This is the box set, Miller, that I got. It come with all that. So as you can see, it came with quite a bit. Now I traded this, so I got this box. It was like 110 bucks, but I traded my Necrons from my Warhammer Indominus set because I use the Space Marines. I know people joke me all the time; they're the poster boys, but I like them. And so the Necrons I traded for this brand new box so that I could start doing Flames of War. So I've been slowly trying to get it together, but what's hindering me on, like the tanks, is I need to get what's called Panther Yellow. And really they should be, I would prefer to spray them just because it gets a better coat. The brush tends to leave brush strokes and that, I don't know, I'm kind of weird that way, so it bugs me. Yeah, that spare sprue. That's what I was thinking I would do, or maybe I'll just give it to somebody who could use it, you know, because my set's complete, so I have, you know, an adequate army to play points-wise, apparently, so I know what I'm fielding all at once, because Flames of War is new to me. I haven't yet played it. I kind of watched it get played. Generally, we do Team Yankee, World of Tanks, Gale Force 9 tanks, in World War II gaming. But I hadn't had time, so I was just trying to do the best I could with them. Yeah, I guess I could use that Desert Sand coat. It calls for Panther Yellow, and then it's kind of an oddball color, and then the paint's over it. So I bought a German Army armor set of Lego paints, but it doesn't quite do it. I tested it on one of the half tracks, and I was like, nah, I don't really care for the way it came out. Only because I'm probably overly picky. Like, I've been told over and over, Greg, just glue the pieces in and you can game. You're right, you can. But, you know, I think they just look a little better even if I don't base it. At least my units look, you can see them, you know. And so that was the main purpose of trying to make it so that they're playable. Well, at least it's always playable, but you know what I mean. It's like on the Stug, you know. The reason I primered it gray is this gray really makes it pop. And it's oh good grief, I think it's Rust-Oleum Plastics Flat Primer, the premium can. It really makes a difference. So especially if you're doing Space Marines with all their detail that kind of pops up on the edges where you got to highlight with the gold, poof, that just brings them out. So we try to do that. It ruins the illusion. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like let me show you something to me. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I got so much junk on my desk. That's what happens when you get into the hobby. So here, Miller, there's weird things that bother me. So like for my Space Marines, in the Indominus box, I did not get enough decals. So I found a complete set on eBay. Miller, see? So $4, so I ordered them. Right? Got my decals. I don't need the rest. I can give those away to whoever wants them for the other factions. Here's what bugs me, Miller. See how it come on a piece of cardboard to protect it? Look what they did. Look what they did. They cut the Indominus box. Now, I couldn't have brought myself to do it. I don't know why. It is, after all, just a box when you take everything out. But it's like heresy, man. I couldn't do it. So when I got that, I was shocked. I was like, ah. So I guess I don't have to paint them all proper, but I do like the way they look. And basing I can do as I go, you know what I mean? But at least now I can go ahead and I can do a game. I know what's what. And I'm still trying to scrounge up that Panther Yellow. In the meantime, I just added a little bit of stuff just so I could see, you know, what it is. That's all. It's kind of me just being picky. Is all I'm doing. Just so I can see. But let me see something here on Facebook. Oh, Epiphany. So that's what I'm doing. What are you up to, Millers? No, yeah, you're right. You're always keeping the boxes. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I have a hard time. I can get rid of some of the smaller unit boxes, but like the big sets, like that Indominus box, we had to save for that. That wasn't an overnight. Oh, hey, I got $200 to drop down. We saved up for that for months. So now I have the box and I keep the book in it. I guess I could put the book on the shelf, but the book is so nice that I'm just keeping it in the box so it's protected. I go through it when I can. But I don't know. I guess it's just me. It's a little quirk. Oh, watch out. Watch out.
I'm not scoring them.
Well, there's Ashley. I'm tired from last night working. Wait, you were in the chat. What was a slam?
Do you have your guys painted and I don't?
No, I wasn't talking at all about you. Wow, defensive today, are we? No, it wasn't a slam at all. I wanted to paint the guys. I think they look pretty cool as they are, and I feel comfortable I can game with it the way it is, and that's that.
So it's a slam against my guys because they aren't painted.
No, it's not. That's you taking it that way. Jeez. Sometimes people take the hobby too serious. Anyway. Yeah, I try to keep my stuff the way it is, and so I was really happy with the way these came out. The other thing I did was, you know anything about Team Yankee? Bought a couple of these. Of course, crap armor. But they're turning out okay, the new guys. So I haven't finished it calls to paint it all, the NATO green. And so all I got was their coat and the hat. I still got to do the face. And then the camouflage on these. But at least, see, now I can plan. Although I think for the headlights, I might do that. Do something for like a lens look.
You have that lens stuff. You put it up on the chopper.
Oh, you're waiting for dinner there, Miller. What time is it? What time is it?
Dinner? It's 1 o'clock.
Well, but I don't know where Miller's at. Oh, you're waiting for dinner there, Miller. What time is it?
Dinner?
Oh, you got the British starter set. Okay. Oh, thanks for watching the other day on Modeling for Advantage. So, they're good guys.
Yeah, I think I saw them.
We joined them way back when they had just like 100 people or so. They're cool guys. We met a lot of really nice people like you. It's been really just fun, just hanging out. Oh, it's 6:52 there, so you are.
5 hours. Where is he?
It's almost, well, it is 12:52, noon here for us, almost 1 o'clock. Yeah, I guess
5 hours.
Well, he's got. You're in the UK area then, right, Miller? I think
He must.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah.
5 hours. Where can I put these?
You get chocolate that comes in.
What? Chocolate?
The box?
What chocolate?
No, Miller mentioned that. You get chocolate that comes in? He has a chocolate that comes flat, clear box. Oh, Roca. Yes, they do sell that out here. You like that?
Roca?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Roca chocolates.
I heard chocolate.
You're in Essex in the UK. Okay. I have a rough idea where that's at. Yeah, we're just in kind of the cornfields of Iowa. At least we have internet out here. So, and it's kind of cool. We got a local hobby store that's run by a pretty good guy. He was an accountant. And he said he got tired of all the corporate BS, so he quit and opened up a hobby store. And so now they have a lot of Magic the Gathering players there, but he does sell a lot of the Team Yankee, Flames of War. Predominantly, he's Warhammer, most of that, but...
Let me see your piece.
What are you missing?
I thought we had 4 of these.
I painted some. Here, hand me that capsule, because Miller's got dinner.
You put them away.
Here, Miller, I want to show you this before you go to dinner real quick, then. So, for a call to arms, we printed these castles for the Modifius Elder Scrolls Call to Arms miniatures. I got to clean it up a bit. But this is what it looks like after it's been primered.
Yes.
And that's what the 3D printer did. So, it's got a top that goes on and connects.
Whoa.
Do you have a top?
Yeah, right there. Pieces are everywhere.
So, the goal with that is you can have your characters go to the top, and then they can fight, multi-level. So, just kind of an idea. How many of this in here?
Careful with them.
Oops, paper towel stuck to it. So here, see Miller, these will work even with Warhammer. Here's Ashley's Dakari.
Here.
So here's the top of the castle, and then this would be her Dakari guys that she painted. But you see how they look pretty good? They kind of pop on the top of this. Now, because Call to Arms is roughly, it's like 25, 28 millimeter. What, these guys?
No, I don't have anywhere to put those. We gotta go up to the store for me to grab something.
Okay. So they came out looking pretty good. Yeah, the blue and the gold, he says, look awesome, Ash.
Thank you.
Yeah, it
That's what
did.
they're actually supposed to look like, but I don't care.
They do really pop pretty well, Miller. They do. And her Dakari, when we play Kill Team, it's almost unfair. They only got one wound, right? You'd think they'd be easy to kill off. No. And they can move up to 13 spaces where my Marines can move 6. So with Kill Team and Objective,
He's just mad because they can move.
Yeah.
Alright, come in.
So those look really cool on top of that. So that's what we've been doing there with the 3D printing is we can take, because the Elder Scrolls Call to Arms, it's got its own miniatures. Modifius did a beautiful job with that. I'll have to move this a minute here up a little.
I'm just saying, if you're going to do the 3D printed stuff.
Well, this is a dice tower that come out 3D printed. It's got a little post. Ashley's going to get some red cloth and maybe hang it, but she just did a quick paint job on it because it was...
This is that gray.
This was all gray.
Oh, you wanted that key.
But this dice tower, it's got grains intentionally built in it, and it really makes a difference on rolling the dice. This is what I use the primer gray with, is this. And no, I'm not affiliated with Rust-Oleum. It's just that's what we use. And the fact that it bonds to the plastic, it's fantastic. It bonds right to that stuff like killer. And the fact that it bonds to the plastic, yes, Dark Elder Mischief. Correct.
Blue and gold.
Yeah, he likes your paint on the Elder that you did.
Oh, I'm like, I don't have blue on those. Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
Actually, it's technically teal. It's not blue.
Well, whatever. It's a blue.
It's a green color.
It's a blue.
I think it's actually more green, but okay.
Yeah.
Technically teal. It's not blue.
So, yes.
No, that one, it's What are those other ones?
Go look at them yourself.
No, that one is the blue. Those are the green.
You're looking at the wrong ones there, girl.
I used 2 different ones. I just couldn't
So
remember which one's what.
she's thinking of these Eldar. You're looking at the wrong ones. Because see, this is more of a greenish blue, as opposed to blue. The other one had the blue.
Yeah, the other one's blue.
These Eldar are kind of a pain, though.
I haven't been able to use those.
You used the sniper one on me, huh?
Not those.
Oh.
I have a sniper up in the little group. I haven't been able to use those. The Warriors. Not those. I have a sniper up in the little
So yeah, a little bit of mischief there. So I'm not sure who put this up there. Oh, so she wants to show that.
No, you said I didn't have a sniper.
No, I didn't say that. You were missing parts of the conversation.
No, see, there's the blue and then the green. That's what I was saying.
So that's her sniper. Never been confident enough to paint wings.
I don't know who did that.
I don't know. So on Facebook, trying to answer to them too real quick. It did not come through here. Did not come through here, so you could have forwarded it there. Come on.
My phone was done. So yeah, I can. With the wings, I actually didn't have problems with the wings. The only problem I had was when I did the bat ones, and the black and the purple I used kind of combined together, and it made this nasty looking like gray. That was my only fault.
Those there?
Yeah, because there's like a nasty kind of gray color in between them. It didn't blend right, so I'm gonna go repaint those 2.
Oh yeah, you may as well.
Because I liked how the angel wing ones came out, or whatever those are.
So the wings, yeah, Miller. Sometimes wings are hard to paint on anything, and a lot depends on how they styled it too.
I don't think I have wings on anything else.
Sometimes wings are hard to paint on anything.
Oh, it was my bones that I've done.
See, it's not allowing it to go through that Facebook, so I don't know why it won't go through the group. It just wouldn't. So yeah, it's just quite a bit has been done during the week. All these little guys I worked on a little bit after dinner, you know, even if that, or sometimes in between calls at work. But it's hard to do that because unless it's a dead day, you end up making mistakes and stuff. So, but so far so good. Like I said, at least I can throw these guys down and get a game going. These guys here, if you can see, I had a couple of them that were a little older and kind of dingy. Now they come out darker when you reuse that. Oh my God, my brain just went out. So when you use the shaded paint, oh my God, I can't remember. So redoing some of these older ones so I can repurpose them and use them in squads too. And we're kind of waiting for the new kill team to see what's going on with that. Huh?
I sent it over.
Okay. So I'm not quite done with them, but the rest of it's coming along. And I should show you one of these days what I've got my armor all painted up on Team Yankee. I could put this away and then, because I got
one project at a time.
Yeah, we'll do that next time, but it's
because I got, what, 6 more of my Death Guard to finish, plus the one that's up there. And then you're one guy.
Yeah.
And then all our Warhammer stuff, I believe, is done.
Well, my Warhammer stuff is done per se, except a few decals. That whole Indominus box is all done and painted. Yeah, it's done, Ashley.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Thank God.
It's over with. So it just needs a few decals, and only on a couple of them. And that's because I ran out and had to order some. So, but like I said, Like, I'm not complaining about $4 for the decals. I'm just surprised they cut the Indominus box up and used it as backing is all. But hey, if that's what they want to do, they can do. I found that for the Flames of War stuff, the Vallejo paint really works well. And I have found a little trick, Miller, there, and anybody else listening with paints, because you get tired of shaking, right? So I bought a nail polish shaker, and it absolutely works great. They're pretty cheap on Amazon, and it holds the bottle sideways. The strap goes over it, and it shakes it like this really quickly. So it sloshes that paint in there. It'll mix it up super good in just seconds. It's a little noisy, but nothing you can't live with, and works really well because, yeah, that's how it goes with the paint. The only difficulty was these little thin paints. You just had to tighten the strap up a bit more because these little bottles are thin. But the pots, like these, works real good on it. Even if they're old and you put some water in it, it works real good on it. And that's pretty much what we were doing this week. So it's been a busy, cool week. And like I said, I just wanted to get on and hang out. I'm glad you hung out with us there, Miller, because you got dinner coming up. Hopefully you got good dinner. I'm not sure what we're going to do for dinner yet. We'll have to figure that one out. But we'll see how that goes.
Parmesan.
Chicken Parmesan?
Yeah.
Okay, we could do that. Cheap enough. Just chicken and not expensive.
No! What the?
Now, what are you doing back there?
Going through these boxes trying to make more room.
Oh, there is one thing I do have to do. I did a while back order the Team Yankee starter set because Ashley wanted to get all the T-80s out of it for her Russian forces. So what it comes with is an American force, a small one, because that starter set's just a phenomenal deal for the price. But that's one thing I haven't put together yet because I have the West German force. So those are all together, except for these little weasels that I showed you earlier. And yeah, I just got barely a little bit of their camo to add to it, and then they're basically done. But that's the next project too I'll get working on is I'll finish up that American force that came in there because I just don't have one. On the other hand, I haven't been fielding one, so. But the German forces, they just I like gaming with them because they just had some really good equipment, and they're tough to beat in these war games. So.
Shit.
What, Ashley?
I'm missing troops.
So Ashley's missing troops. What troops? What do you mean? Your guys? You have a whole box of them. Let me see that.
I'm missing troops. No, I'm missing some because I had some painted.
So here you go, Miller. Here's a little project Ashley asked you to do.
No, because I had some painted already.
So here you go, Miller. Here's a little project. Yeah, that's a few little guys. I think she thought I was trying to slam her on this because I've been sitting in her box for a bit, but.
Because I've been doing Warhammer.
Yeah, but see, I don't know. You have way more troops than I do.
That box was 120 figures.
120 figures.
In that box.
That's a lot. My troops aren't that much. And
120 figures.
I think for Ashley, that's only about 30 minutes worth of work, Miller. We'll give her 30 minutes to do this box. You do some speed painting there, babe? Get it done?
Right here.
What?
My troops that I started.
Oh, here.
I knew I had them somewhere.
Okay, so she wants to prove to you, Miller, she did start some of her troops.
That was before we got the Indominus box and I stopped painting. I knew I had them somewhere.
So she's blaming Games Workshop for not being able to complete these.
That was before we got the Indominus box and I stopped painting. And I'm missing tanks.
You shouldn't be missing any tanks.
I'm missing tanks.
But this is your Team Yankee?
Those are Team Yankee.
So she's got a little bit of painting to do then. Here you go.
I'm missing tanks. I'm missing 2.
You shouldn't be missing any. Yeah, so that'd be a little bit more than a night's work. This painting, this stuff here, because I couldn't just sit down and, you know, sometimes you're not ever left alone to just do something. But that took me throughout the week to finish it up. And then I got really nitpicky and went over each one as best I could just because I'm nitpicky on that. Probably don't have to be.
And I'm missing a hind.
Well, you gave one of your hinds to David.
I had 4. And I gave one to David, but I'm still missing one. You know what?
She's getting fired up.
No, I'm getting irritated. I can't find them. Never mind. I found them.
Miller says you should do a time lapse. See how fast you can do them. So now all that ranting about not finding stuff is because you got too much.
Because we took them to play that one day against Steve.
Yeah. We did a small game at our local coffee shop, which we meet every Sunday at.
Oh.
And we just took 1 helicopter
and 2 tanks.
And 2 tanks. And there were 4 of us. That way everybody had a chance because a few of them didn't know how to play Team Yankee. It was just to give them a rough idea of how a move goes, roll. Yes. It wasn't a specific game.
French. It was just, actually kick ass.
Yeah. We could try doing a time lapse.
How do we do that?
The time lapse would be cut down, probably take an hour. Well, the time lapse actually, you just sit and you start painting until they're done. You record it and then you speed it up.
And how long is he betting me on?
A night. Well, it'd be more than a night. He's not betting you. He just said it. He was joking to be a night's work. I think it would be more than a night. It's way more than a night. Because some of these guys, it takes a little bit of detail.
Hold on. I got to see if I have the paints.
So now Ashley's going to respond to your challenge there, Miller, I guess.
I got to see if I have the paints.
I don't think you were actually challenging her, but now.
It's a challenge now.
Now she's in a good mood, so she's going to take it.
These are the right ones. I got to see if I have the paints.
Oh. So Miller says to do a 24-hour painting thing. That's a long time.
I don't know about 24 hours.
But really, Miller, she could, but then who would watch it for 24 hours? That would be the problem. You'd have some people watching probably for the first 20 minutes or maybe an hour, but then after that, they may not. Or they might pop in and out. Would be a bit to do, though, for sure. So I forgot you had all those to do.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that I ended up with extra figures, but I don't have any. I mean, they don't go in the Rocket guys. They're on their own. That's all it calls for. So there's no one to put in there. A couple of them will go in the back of this. They're supposed to sit, like this one guy here. See, he's supposed to sit, I guess, but it doesn't sit well.
Where's the khaki? I know we had some.
Yeah, we do. It's in the other room.
Okay. How much khaki do we have?
I don't know. About half a bottle, probably. Well, wait. Here's some military khaki. This is World War II, though.
I don't give a fuck.
So, yeah, she might give those a shot and see. But,
these ones were...
Yeah. So now the biggest problem is storage. The one thing with this hobby is every time you think you got it under control, you buy something else, you realize you have something put together. Some people call it the pile of shame. I hate hearing that. I call it the pile of happiness. You just haven't got it.
No, it's our pile of shames.
No, it's not shame. It's happiness.
Yeah, it's shame that we spent that kind of money.
No. Nope. I call it the pile of happiness. So, we do have to get to those at some point. And let's see here. Alrighty. Kind of sucks it didn't go to our group.
I sent it over.
Oh, okay. Well, but it should have went from here, but it's not. For some reason, not. That is correct. A pile of potential millers. I'll go with that too.
Alright, I have my colors. I can.
That is correct. A pile of potential.
I guess I'll be painting my ass off tomorrow.
So I guess she's going to try and figure a day to do that. But you could time lapse it, what you paint, stop, save, and then run it together. Depends on how long people's attention spans are for, though. There's one thing I noticed, Miller, today, people's attention spans are way shorter.
And he's the young cousin he. You really want me to show you up?
No. Here we go with the WW SmackDown again. Our marriage is just like that. Based on...
I don't do what you have to do with these guys. Mine are just one color.
These were difficult, actually, to get the faces done.
No, I meant your tanks, honey.
Tanks?
I don't have to do these designs.
I'm not doing that. This one didn't come out the way I wanted it. That's why it's getting repainted.
Oh, God.
The gray really helps a lot, though. It makes a big, big difference in
what did I just get myself into?
Popping out details. What you got yourself into was you made yourself a challenge.
I'm looking at that. That's a lot of guys.
She did it to herself now, man.
Nah, it probably won't take me very long.
Well, if you just base coat them.
Well, let's see. I did Keegan's Americans that were camouflaged.
Well,
plus basing, it took me what?
So, like on mine,
maybe 2 or 3 hours altogether.
The uniform and the helmets are 2 different colors. It's not the same color.
See, that's the problem. I think that's how mine is.
Just like on the rifles, there's 1, 2, 3 colors on each rifle. So I don't know. To me, it's not fast because you've got to stop for detail. You can, just make them all the same. You could take a can of spray
khaki, the helmets,
and spray them all
grabbed.
But then you still got to go back over and do the detail. Yeah. And that's where it gets
you. But you have small.
No, I like the detail. So, a lot of potential. That's a good way of working at it there. I don't know why.
Oh, yay. Okay.
So another day. Another $50 or $10 or whatever.
Another day, another headache.
Yeah. And Miller says you're attempting to do your British and U.S. tanks in the Desert Storm colors. Yeah. You could do them like that too. I mean, depends on what you want to do. The problem where they get you here is if you get one set for the desert, then they want you to get a set for fighting in the winter. And then, a normal set, and so different patterns, different bases, texture on the bases and such. But I just don't have the money to do all that. So if I make one set, I think I'm going to like Flames of War. Kaiser says it plays a lot like Team Yankee, so it should be okay with that. And, yeah. But, of course, we play other stuff, too, so... Have to drag out some of the Star Wars stuff once in a while.
We just did a video of Star Wars, I thought.
Yeah, at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
But we got to do we got to do another one on the Elder Scrolls because if you like miniatures and you like Warhammer, just like wargaming, Elder Scrolls is pretty cool too.
Is my paint cup over there? With my paintbrushes?
No. I think Ashley's just drank too many monsters and hasn't been asleep since yesterday.
No.
So now she's a little bit
what the hell?
excitable.
My lid's up here, but my cup's gone. I'm confused.
It's your desk, honey. I don't know. Wherever you put your stuff, I don't touch it. I have enough stuff on my desk. But
how did I forget my babies?
Yeah. So anyways, there we go, you guys. That's kind of what I was wanting to do. And I was going to bring up something else. I forgot. I'll have to get back to it. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to hang out, say hi, see how you guys were doing, see if anybody was on. And just doing an informal little thing and get you caught up. The 3D printing stuff is kind of fun. It takes a while to print that stuff. But the cool thing about printing your own terrain is it's your terrain. So those files for the castles that I showed you earlier, those are Modifius files from their website. So Obviously, you can't resell it or any of that, but because it's your own personal file, you can print, as many of those castles as you want. So for us, it's got a setup for like 2, but we're going to do 4. So we could do like an old medieval courtyard, if that makes sense, where you got the 4 towers and then the walls. And inside you got your different little shops set up and stuff. Because you can order online, you can order some of that stuff. So it'll make it a little bit cooler of a terrain on the table.
Come here. Come here.
And stuff. What are you doing back there?
Trying to clean up my desk because I have all my paints up here.
Hi.
Set up for the other
Yeah.
one. Trying to clean up my desk because I have all my paints up here.
It could be a good combination for a painting challenge. We'll see. She's gonna try and set it up. So
What?
the painting challenge thing.
Oh yeah.
So we'll have to figure out how we're gonna do that, and it probably would have to be a time lapse. I mean, she could paint for a while live if people wanted to join and say hi and hang out. But I'm just thinking, 12 hours would be a bit long, or 24 hours.
No, there's no way. I'll be freaking
Yeah.
Okay.
Besides, I think you'd start making mistakes if you sat there too long, with your eyes focused on some things. So better to take a little bit of a break. Probably just do a time lapse and take it from there. We're going to do one too, Miller. Some people have asked that we built our own terrain in the past before getting this 3D printer, but I did it with clay. So had an idea and made it straight out of Sculpey Clay, baked it because it's the only kind of clay you can buy that won't dry out. Then I went and bought mold material, made a mold, and then I bought resin and resin casted the piece, which...
was up here. He's still over here, that little house.
How?
Yeah, you know what I mean, the broken.
It's
I
in the
have.
back room.
I have no.
Can you grab that?
Yeah.
It's by the keyboard.
My cup is up there. Seriously, they're precious.
No. These? Feisty today.
My cup is up there. Seriously, they're precious.
So she's going to go grab that
Oh
that
my.
little piece I
Where
made.
is it? Mm-hmm.
So Miller, this is one piece of solid Lumelite resin. And what I did is scaled it down and hand-made it. So here's what it is. It is a World War II, part of a broken little house. Put some texture on it. It's got some beams, in there. And, of course, I painted it, and I had a little bit of that green for, like, moss. And some of this is the static grass that you can glue in. But this is all one piece. So I made this as just a one-piece unit because I just kind of wanted to just do something. And so made it out of clay, cut pieces of wood, set all this together, baked it, and then took a mold.
I think you have the original.
And I did the mold, and then this is how it comes out. So what I did is I took a couple of these, and I sold a few of them on eBay for like $4 or $5 each. So I got my cost of my resin back. It didn't make any money, but every time I put one up, it sold like within a day. So I got the cost of my resin back and my mold making material, and now I have a piece for me. And the people that bought it's unique because there is no other one like this. It's different. So
There you go. We have the original still.
Oh yeah. So here's my
There's
one
mold.
second. Here, Miller. Here's the original clay piece. See that I made out of clay, and it is clay. And then there's just the wood, the stones, and I cut the door in. Oops, I cut the door in there. Then I just textured it. You want to know how I textured it? Made it look like mud? I found a little scrap of tin foil, like aluminum foil, and I crumpled it all up, and then I rolled it over that, and it makes perfect craters for mud. And then here's the mold for it. Pretty big mold. So, but it works. It's still flexible. So I was going to do a little show too on how to make the stuff. the kicker to that was I just wanted to see if I could do it. I didn't do it to start a business, but my piece came out good, and you know, scale wise, it's good. I just wanted to see if I could do it. You know, so it works good. I can put the people in it if I want. Scale wise, it's good. And I just have something unique, something different. So you know, I guess we do a little bit of stuff. Well, thanks, Miller. It's just I just got to thinking one day, what can I use to make material? So I researched it and found out Sculpey Clay. It's the only clay. Well, there's other brands, I guess, but it's the only well-known clay you can buy where it does not dry out. So whatever you're working on, it's for whatever it is. Who knows? I don't know how safe it is, I guess. But it doesn't dry out at all. It won't dry out. Where'd that piece go, Ash?
What?
My clay piece.
In here?
So it won't dry out. You have to actually create your design and then bake it in the oven like you're baking cookies on a low heat until it dries solid. Then when it dries solid, it'll look like, back again, here's a piece that looks like this. But all this was done well. It was pliable. The wood pieces I stuck in, you know, I glued them together, but I kind of just, I wanted it to be able to have the look of just part of a house with the wall. I pushed on the wall a little to make it look like it's leaning. And the bottom comes out funky, but that doesn't matter. That's some of the molding. But once you create the mold, then you can make as many of these as you want. Now, cost effective, I mean, this costs, well, I say about $4 worth of clay maybe to make, and some sticks. So let's just say $5. The molding material is expensive. The molding material is right about $30 US for a jar mold. That took a whole jar mold. Now, if you're doing little teeny tiny little pieces, that's different. So I thought, well, crap, now I'm at $35. And then you buy the resin and 2 bottles of Aluminite resin, part A and part B, because that's the best resin you can basically get, is about $32 for 2 small bottles. So now I was at $67, $70. And I thought, well, what the hell? I'm just going to make an extra one. And I painted it up and I put it on eBay, and she didn't make it through the day, and it sold. And you know, of course, they pay for shipping, so I thought, okay, I made like $3 on that. So I sold a bunch of them, made my money back, and I stopped selling them. But see, now I just cleared my cost on it. So, and it was just fun to do. And this isn't the only thing I've made. I made some tank traps and some fences and other things too that have been made. So I'll probably just do a show on that. And I was thinking of maybe doing one where, like a question and answer type of thing, where people, because I'm not a professional, but I've done enough research and I know enough about it, I can help people out. You know, like I said, not a professional, but I know enough about it. So it was, it's just what it is. So you can try whatever you want to try. And that's the thing with gaming, is you can just let your imagination go and do that. So you can try whatever you want to try. And that's the thing with gaming. But thanks. It did take a little bit of thinking to do there. And it was fun. Of course, get a good camera if you can to take pictures. Our setup is what we can afford. Like this camera here, honestly, look, it does pretty good, right, when you bring things up close. And it was $40. Is all. The pole, it's on a pole right here. You guys can see. So I can raise or lower it. As long as I don't bump my head in it, I'm okay. But little things like that make it easy to. So yeah, we'll do a show. But I just kind of wanted to do a question and answer, maybe get a group of a few people around and chit chat about it, show what we've made, other than just that, and let people know how they can do it, and so on. and give it a shot from there. And then, of course, there's a few things I've got to redo. This was given to me, so it's a little dingy. Look at that guy. Maybe just re-primer it and clean it all up. There's a few little odds and ends I got to do, but I wanted to make sure I had enough for the Team Yankee and the Flames of War to be able to complete it. So, but that's it, you guys. I appreciate you hanging out there, Miller, and I hope you have a good dinner. That's it, you guys. I appreciate you hanging out there, Miller. And then I'll just pop on again when I get a chance. On Fridays, I'm off of work, so once in a while I'll do that. I enjoy talking to all you guys. So thanks for showing up, you guys. I appreciate it. Have a good night wherever you're at, or a good rest of the day. I got a few things I got to do here shortly, so I got to go. But I appreciate you guys showing up. And every Sunday, join us if you'd like for our Gamers Hangout, 4 p.m. Central, and anybody can come by. You want to talk about your channel? Come by. We'll put you on. Talk about your channel. All right, you guys. Have a good day.